He has not stopped the attack since his girlfriend left. I think it's retaliation. Right now, he has worn himself out, and he's taking a breather. Dan the man on the hunt. Good afternoon, everybody. My name's Bill. This is Pirate Solutions Forestry. And maybe as you can tell from all the carnage around me, I've been cutting post and beam all day like a fool and acquiring a lot of construction material for myself. And we have another big project coming up later in the week, but I just got a phone call for two 13-foot 3x10s out of oak. And I wasn't going to cut it till tomorrow, but you know what? The mill was sitting here. Hell's all broken loose. I might as well do it and just make a bigger mess. So I went out back, had to deconstruct my entire oak pile to come up with a log that I could cut 10s out of without wasting a huge perfect log. And I've had this black oak sitting out there for a while, and it's perfect size. So what we're going to do is we're going to try to make this into a 10-inch cant and take a few 3s out of it and a couple of 2s out of it. So maybe we'll get some 2x10s and then two 3x10s. We'll kind of cut best face for his 3x, and let's see how it goes. Everything's been going pretty well. I did hit my stop earlier today with a resharp Stella cut band, my log stop, and roached that. But other than that, everything's been going good. I apologize for not videoing earlier, but the customer was here, and he gave me this big order, and we kind of had to hump through it, and just wasn't conducive to videoing. So we're going to video this one though, to end out the day, and hopefully, if everything goes right, shouldn't take very long. So we're going to totally eyeball cut this thing. I want to get this done as quick as possible. Like I said, what I'm going to try to do is make this into a 10-inch cant. That's the safest way, I think, to get two 3x10s. And it's 16 inches up and across. It kind of looks like an oval, but when you measure it, it comes out 16 by 16. So that should cant out at 70 and 42, or 11.2 inches. What I'm going to do is I don't really know if there is a little end on this log. It's kind of the same on both ends. But I'm going to work out from the center. So at 16, I'll start at 8. I'm going to come up 5 and 1/8, make a line, and then see if I can steal something above it. If I can, I'll steal it. If I can't, we'll cut it. And then we'll spin it. We'll do the same thing. We'll spin it. We'll do the same thing. And then we will cut our 3s out of it. So let's get to going here. It's been a while. I went in for lunch. This is another resharp Stella cut band. It's getting to the end of its life, but it still cuts good. I don't know how many board feet I cut with it this morning. So like I said, it's 16 is 8 and 5 is 13. So if the center's 8, up 5 is 13. We'll go 5 and 1/8. Just maybe try to get 10 and 1/8 inch cant. I am going to come up, I'm going to come up 1 inch because you guys can see that limb hanging off there. I'm afraid I'm not going to clear it. So let's come up to 14 1/4. That looks clear. We'll try it right there. It cut great, it went good. We didn't get stuck on, we almost got stuck on that limb, but we didn't. I am gonna come down that 1 inch. We'll take a flitch off it, throw it in with the mess over here. Beautiful log, so far so good. Don't see any problems in it. Hopefully she stays that way. Going to 13 1/8, we'll cut it off and then we'll spin it. There's a little bit of dirt on the log, but it's not bad. Band seems to be tracking good. I have plenty of opening face. This particular band does have a little bit of a set issue with it, but it seems to be running fine. Hopefully there's a little bump out on this right here. Hopefully that doesn't mess with me too much when I spin it here. And we'll be doing the same thing again. I am going to have to make myself some sort of little witness mark here because I don't know how high my log is. So I'm going to make a mark up at 13. Kind of right there. Actually, it's perfectly lined up with the corner right there, so that should work out good. Doesn't look like there's going to be any flitches on this side because it's so high. We'll come up to that mark. I'm just going to set it right at 16 and cut it right there. It looks fairly flat. I think we're good. That went pretty well. It's a great face. This old black oak will go right in the firewood pile. Just making sure I got 10 here. I'm a little shy. I think I'll take one flitch. It's not going to kill me on this one. So I'm at 16. I'm going to drop down to 14 7/8. Take a 1 inch board off it. And it kind of gives me a view inside the log too, so I don't make a crazy mistake and have a bunch of rot. Looks good. We'll spin it, set our width at 10. We'll just do it at 10. I'll take everything on inch marks. There's definitely one board above it. I'm going to come up to 11 1/8. One of the reasons why I'm shooting for a 10-inch cant is just for a situation like this. If I don't get my 10-inch face here, I'm still good because I only need a 10 by 6. So I still got my 10 the other way. So let's come back, we'll cut it right at 10, see what happens. That probably added one spin to this whole thing. I think I'm gonna end up having to spin this one extra time here, maybe. So here's the kicker. If I took 6 1/8 out of this, I could come down a little bit down here and take a little bit off there and try to cut this at 10. But you know what we'll do is we'll grade saw it after. Let's flip it up and cut it to 10. So let's check out what 10 looks like here. Yeah, it looks just about right. We're going to cut it right there. Well, that was the first side that we saw tension in. We didn't see tension before. Now I've got a little bit of a funky little rot spot right here. So it should be 10 by 10 right now. 10 by 10. If I do start cutting it this way, I'm committing to that way. There's no real tension cracks in the end of it showing me that there's a ton of tension there. I'm going to have pith issues if I go from the other side. I don't think I need 7 inches, and then the other one will be below the pith and go right through that rot spot. I got to try to cut the rot spot out. I have to. I'm at 10. We're going to come down to 8. And hopefully that rot spot goes away. Actually, I'm going to take it in inches. I'm going to take it at 9 first. Then I can cut 2 boards above the pith if I'm clean. And I'm almost clean. It's still got a little bit there. I don't want that in the board. I'm going to cut it. I'm going to cut another inch off. I'm going to go to 8. The tension's gone. That's good. And the rot spot's gone. All right, we're going to carve a 3 off it. I'd almost like to take one above the pith and below the pith. You see how many inches I get up to the pith. 3.5 on this side. 3.5 on this side, so it was right in the same spot. I think I'm going to take a 3 right now. Try and take back-to-back 3s. Or take a 3 off. Well, we'll see. And really the best way to box the pith right now is just to take my next cut at 3, get the pith in that one. I don't want to be anywhere near it. I'm just going to box it and cut it. These are oversized, which is good. The use on these is bunks. They're going to get an angle cut on top of them. And he said to me that 8 to 10 would work, but he preferred 3 by 10 so that they can cut them. And seemed to cut out great. So other than the fact that I have 9,000 pieces that I got to deal with later over here. It'll be like a whole day tomorrow just dealing with those pieces. Let me just kind of run a scraper across this. I'll show you the wood and take it from here. So let's take a look at what they look like. This one's got shadow on it. I apologize, but nice piece. You can see that there's a problem with this, one of the teeth on this resharp Stella cut right here, but still cut really smooth. I don't know if you can see on that one what it looks like, but perfect for what he's going to do with it. And he'll be very, very happy that they're done. I'm going to let him know they're done. Get these things put up on some bunks so he can come get them. And let's do an outro. So not bad for what started out as it was just going to be a cleanup day is all I started with. I cut up all my edgings that were over here. Got a whole bunch of stuff put away from over there. Got all my logs put away that were down here that I'm not going to use right now. Was going to start processing through all my construction lumber over here, but then I got this call for this post and beam, and I was afraid I was going to use some of it, which I did. And I was glad I left it. And you needed rafters and stuff like that. We cut a bunch of rafters out of some of the 2-inch stock that I had over here. We cut them some 6x6 posts, a 8x6 beam. It's going on a little porch. 8x6 beam across the top, 2x6 rafters. We cut them a ledger board, 14 feet long, 14-foot long 6x8, 10-foot long 6x6s. And he's already going to town. We got a bunch of construction material out of that while I cut it. Only took about an hour. It went pretty good. This was a nice little bonus order here, because that at the board feet on these, which it ends up being like 33.5 board feet per, at $3 that I get for black oak a board foot, they're basically $100 each. So for that amount of time, I don't know, it was 30 minutes or so, you know, to make another $200 today, and he wants to get them right away. So that's awesome. He's trucks in the shop today, but he's going to come get them tomorrow. And he runs a trailer sales company, and they also do redecks. So he asked me on the phone if he ordered from me, could I cut him redecks, like 10-foot long 2x6s for him to keep in stock, which I said absolutely, and got plenty of oak lying around right now. I'm trying not to get into my white oak, but I've got tons of black oak sitting up there. I didn't have a real good log to cut this job. I had a bunch of 14-footers, but it was going to be close on the 10. So I went deep in the pile. I moved the whole pile up top. I'm going to kind of have to put it back together, but I had this big black oak. I was nice and straight. Well, there was a little bit of sweep to it, but had this one sitting in the back of the pile, and it was big enough so that I knew I was going to be getting down to the center. And it worked out great. You know, nice day. Nice day. And this post and beam shed that we're going to be cutting, I thought he wanted me to build it too, but apparently he's got a crew to build it now. He wants me to cut him a package. And last night, as I was waiting for him to get back to me, I sat down and I did the whole thing out. Did all the spans, all the span charts, and it's going to be 8x8 posts, 6 8x8 posts, 8x8 beams on the top with an angle cut on them. Can't remember on the rafters off the top of my head, but I think they're 2x10. No, I'm cutting them 4x8 rafters. 4x8 rafters. And I'm going to cut them all the braces too. And then he's just going to put the whole thing together. He's got these big, almost like 55-gallon drums that he's going to put in the ground. They're plastic, like you see on a road job with the little light on top. And he's going to pour them for the posts and then use post hangers on the bottom. So we're actually going to cut everything at 7.5 by 7.5 so it'll fit the post hangers. And it's a good job. It's a good job. That job, just cutting that post and beam, will pay for Bunyan with no problem. Today, it's going to pay for all my travel to Bunyan and probably my hotel. It'll pay for all my gas and my hotel, just what I cut today, just out of the blue. And that's how it's been all of a sudden. All of a sudden, business kicked up. So hopefully it stays like this for the time being. It's really nice right now. I'm getting more and more and more every day, and lots of inquiries that are kind of hanging that haven't panned out yet. But it's really good because I'm so stocked on logs, and I know that when I cut this post and beam, I'm going to get rid of a lot of the white pine that I've been stressing about. It's kind of like I got that timber frame that I lost because my friend moved, that I was stocking the white pine for. This post and beam is going to be kind of like that. But what I'm going to end up with is a ton of construction material. So we're probably going to be putting together another one of these, a little bit bigger, probably 16 by 12. And all I'm doing right now is I'm trying to use, for all my flitches, to do 2-inch material that can be cut down later for 2x8s, 2x10s, and 2x6s, and 2x4s, and stuff like that. So that's what's going on. I appreciate you guys coming along for the ride. I know that wasn't the most exciting cut job. It ended up a little bit closer than I thought. I think I don't see how it could have gone any different. Again, we excluded the pith. For construction material, we'll use that pith board here as a 2x10. I think it ended up being it was either 1 3/4 or 1 7/8. I can't remember. It was one of the two. But yeah, we'll use that in one of our building jobs. I still haven't built another wood bunker yet, and I still want to do that. So all this construction material is going to get used. I just have to start sorting it and putting it away. Got a lot of cutting over here just to clean up the yard before I can't start that post and beam order like this. This is all going to have to be dealt with tomorrow. But I'm still waiting for him to show up so we can go over the plans. And you know, he's 100% going to do it, but I want to go over the plan with him so I'm cutting the right stuff. Thanks a lot for the watch, guys. Make sure you like, share, subscribe. If you don't like what I did, give me a thumbs down, please. Leave me a comment. The comments and the thumbs ups help the algorithm suggest our videos. I am seeing an uptick in subscribers and money a little bit, so that's nice. Make sure you hit that notifications bell so you know when a video comes out from us. And if you're looking to buy something from Norwood, down in the description for this video, there is an affiliate link that I put in there. You can copy and paste it to your browser. It takes you right to Norwood's sell site and somehow tells them that you came from here. So it helps me out with them. And for Danny and myself, after a long day, and now I don't have to bring my mother-in-law to pick up her car tonight. We're going to do it tomorrow morning because I have to make a tobacco run tomorrow morning. So we're dropping her off to pick up her car tomorrow morning, which is great. I'm going to clean up the mill, get it blown out, get it put away, probably put the cover on it. It's supposed to rain tomorrow, maybe afternoon. So maybe I won't put the cover on it tonight because I do have to deal with all that stuff tomorrow. And I'll have to just be doing a little bit of edging. But campwood bin selling, everything's going great for Danny and myself. Thank you very much. Fire Solutions out.